Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. I know I don't vlog very often, but if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my post in stories. Well, I'm hoping to get this video up today. So you would have seen in my stories yesterday where I talked about leaving the corporate world. So I mean, to be transparent, it's not a permanent move to leave the corporate world. It's just kind of like for right now, for a couple of weeks, and then I'm kind of getting right back into it. But since I'm gonna be off for a little while, and I'm sorry, you know, when you're at home during the daytime, you know, because usually I'd be like at work or something like that, and then through this whole like work from home situation, I learned that there are a lot of weed whackers and leaf blowers around the time I'm recording, which is about 8:30. So sorry if you can hear that in the background, but I just wanted to take you guys around with me for the time that I'm gonna be off. So I'm planning on doing weekly vlogs and kind of taking you guys around with me as though, you know, I was doing this like a regular thing. And I think that, you know, it'll be really fun and kind of an interesting process for me and probably for you guys as well. So just to recap on what I've been doing this morning, I woke up pretty early, almost close to like the regular time I'd wake up if I needed to like go into an office. And I took a walk for a little over half an hour, came back, did a little workout, showered. That's why my hair is still wet. And I hope you guys don't mind that, but this is pretty much how I roll. There are quite a few things that I need to get done today, errands and things like that. And I will take you guys along with me. There's also some more like admin stuff that I wanna do as well. So yeah, you guys can hang out with me while I'm doing that too. But for now, I'm gonna get ready so I can get started on some of those things. To be super honest with you guys, if this was like a weekend and I was just running errands and doing my own thing, I would not put any makeup on. I basically just do my skincare, and I'd probably leave the house just like this and like open my windows as I'm driving to air dry my hair. I mean, that's real life. But since I will be recording a couple of other videos for you today, at least one, I thought I would at least fill in my eyebrows for right now. So let's see if I can talk and do this at the same time. This will be an interesting experience because I've never really done this before, except maybe when I'm like getting ready with friends or whatever. But anywho's, you can probably notice behind me that that's my filming setup. So this is a second bedroom that we have. We only have 2 bedrooms here, so I'm taking up the second bedroom for filming, and I'm sitting at my desk. So my desk actually used to be where that shelf is right now. And there was another desk here for Chris, but we moved that into our bedroom because our bedroom is actually rather large. And yeah, I'm basically converting this into like set recording space because it definitely helps me get videos recorded. I think if any of you out there are doing YouTube or trying to start up YouTube channels, but you also work full-time or you have another job, the last thing you want to be doing is coming home and setting everything up, like your camera, your lighting, and all that stuff. And so since we had the space, we decided to do this with it. And it really has been helping me. So I think that's a good thing. And very thankful for that. I know that, you know, if I were living in a 1-bedroom apartment, I'm not sure I'd have extra space like this. But yeah, if anyone out there is into like interior decorating or anything like that, or if you can help me figure out like what I can put on the wall, because I know I only have this shelf right now, and the shelf can get a little bit, not boring, but there could definitely be more going on back there. I just don't know what to do. Do you guys like floating shelves? What kind of decor do you think looks nice? I've never been one to like browse the home decor aisle and actually buy stuff. Like I'll look at things and think like, oh, that looks nice, but is it me? Will I really like it? Am I gonna get tired of it fast? I guess I'm one of those people that like, I buy something and I keep it forever kind of deal. So yeah. Oh my gosh, this room is super hot. This is like the hottest room in the house, which is the one bad thing about having a filming setup in here. But anyways, I'm not so great at chatty vlogs. I hope this is not too boring for anybody out there, but let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like me to talk about. I actually want to film a video where I talk about reasons why I left my current job, because there are some questions I got in response to the stories that I posted. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and record that right now, and I will be right back and we'll continue on with my day. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys this quick thing that made me like kind of happy. So this might not seem like a huge deal to a bunch of other people out there, and as you can see, I will be having a video about comparing all my Rothy's, but I just posted my Nordstrom anniversary sale wish list video last night and I already have 150 views. So that for me is rather impressive. I know it probably doesn't sound like a whole lot to a lot of other people out there, and I also got 3 new subscribers. So I'm super excited though. I know, doesn't sound like a huge deal, but it is a huge deal for me. These numbers are quite small, but like I said, this is what I'm trying to work on while I'm off. So today I have a bunch of random things to do, and this is terrible lighting, but what can I do? I need to go to the UPS store, drop something off to a friend, take some donation stuff, and I'm also going to a local farm to pick up fresh fruits and vegetables. In case you guys didn't know, if you have a Nespresso machine, you can actually recycle the pods. I usually order like the pods online through the Nespresso website. If you know me, you know I actually don't really drink coffee, but occasionally I started to drink espresso because we got this machine. But yeah, you can recycle the pods, and I think Nespresso like splits up like the coffee grounds and the tin part of the pod, and they make like bicycles and things out of it, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'm dropping that off at the UPS store. This has just been sitting here for far too long. I also have to drop off something to a friend. So here are the items that I picked up from the farm. Some family tomatoes. These are Cara oranges, which I haven't actually had before. A couple of lemons, some string beans. This is a long squash. Apparently it's a Hawaii thing. We make soup out of it. I looked online for a bunch of recipes and had the hardest time finding anything, so that's why I think it's something that we do here. And then some baby portobello mushrooms. So that's what I got. I also got this plant from the farm. This is actually like my first official house plant. I've had some other like air plants and succulents, but I feel like this one is like legit because it's green and leafy. It's called a Birkin, and probably the only kind of Birkin I can afford. But hey, I think it'll look really nice in my background on my shelf here. Hey guys, oh my gosh, I almost totally forgot to vlog today. But I guess kind of like wrapping up on what I did yesterday, it was a pretty chill day. After I did all of my errands, I went out to the farms. I showed you guys some clips of what I got, like vegetable wise, and like here's my new plant sitting right here. You will see it in some upcoming videos that I just filmed today. So let's see what else. Otherwise, you know, some of the things that I've been wanting to do during this time off, I wanted to like read a little bit more, make sure I had time for like meditating and that kind of stuff, which I definitely got in. So, you know, I felt really great about that. I think some things that I'll be working on a little bit better will be sort of like the food element, like cooking and like that kind of stuff. So that hasn't quite been going how I envisioned. Not setting any too like high expectations for myself either, because I don't want to make this like a stressful time off as well. Like, why would I do that? It just doesn't make sense, right? But anyways, today I went to a workout this morning. It was pretty crazy, actually pretty tough. I do work out with a personal trainer. We were wearing masks, you know, staying away from each other, making sure we were like spraying everything down, washing my hands when I got there and when I left. So that was really good. Usually personal training really like tires me out for a lot of the rest of the day. But I did get in a couple of like videos filmed and stuff like that. And I also did like, you know, remind myself to take a break in between. Like for lunch, I did kind of watch Netflix for a little while as well. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing today. I just got done recording 2 videos that I'll be working on editing coming up. Some of it is by request from some of you guys, kind of going back and talking about like updates on products that I initially did like unboxing for. So yeah, definitely taking those requests. If you want to see any other videos or have products you think I'll like and you want me to talk about them or anything like that, or even suggestions of things that you've tried before, leave them down in the comments and I will definitely check them out. I think in a previous video I mentioned really liking tank tops right now. So this one is actually from 10 Tomorrow. It's a brand that one of my friends owns and designs, but I really like this tank top. It's super comfortable. It's actually been really hot today, so definitely wanted to wear a tank top. And especially in this room, like this is the hottest room in the whole house, but it is the space that I am able to use to, you know, dedicate to recording and editing and that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Hopefully tomorrow is a good day as well. It should be pretty chill. Just gotta run some errands, but I will take you guys along with me. All right, so initially my plan was to run some errands and take you guys with me, but my plans got kind of changed because I was trying to pick up some workout equipment and apparently it's back ordered, so it's gonna be another like 6 to 8 weeks or something before it comes in. So that got scratched. I ended up just dropping some stuff off at my friend's house because I literally had like Christmas presents still. So dropped that off, got that done, and then I went to the grocery store, picked up some stuff for dinner and also my lunch. So I actually wanted to get a poke bowl because I don't think everyone here who watches my channel is from Hawaii like I am, and yeah, didn't get a poke bowl today, but I will get one tomorrow and I'll show you guys poke bowls here, what that's like, because I think it is different from other places, because I have had poke bowls in like LA and stuff like that, and it is a little bit different. So stay tuned for tomorrow and that's what you'll see then. Hello everybody. So sorry, I totally forgot my camera at home, so this is on my phone. Hopefully it looks okay. But yeah, like I mentioned in yesterday's portion of the video, I decided that I would go and grab a poke bowl for lunch today so I could show you guys some like local Hawaii poke bowl places. The place that I'm going to is called Redfish, and actually Redfish is, or was made or created, I guess, by a local grocery store here who like wins, you know, top 5 best poke places or whatever, like that kind of stuff. So I am gonna go and grab something. Okay, so here is my poke bowl from Redfish, and sorry, let me put this down. Wait, maybe I can open it up with one hand. So I have their, I think this is their signature ahi. So I think it's just ahi onions and then this seaweed stuff, we call it limu, and it's probably salted is my guess. That's normally how that goes. But before, like back in the day, over 5 years ago, before poke started to get popular, really we would just have poke like this and rice and that's it. But now that poke is popular, we have all these little like add-on things and have like green onions, fried onions, garlic, etc. But that's not how it used to be. But yeah, here is a poke bowl. I'd say this is pretty classic poke minus all the add-on stuff, but you know, want to get some variety in there. But yeah, I am gonna eat my lunch now. So not to be super random, but I did want to share these with you guys. So here, like, house slippers aren't really a thing where I'm from. Usually we just walk around in our house barefoot. But this company, I'm not sure how you say it, but they actually sent me this pair of like house slippers. And at first I was a little bit like on the fence, like I wasn't sure Am I gonna like them? Are they gonna make my feet hot? I'm not really used to like putting my feet into something, you know, while I'm at home. But these are made out of wool and they're actually really comfortable and supportive. So that's one thing that I definitely noticed. I was wearing them like around in the kitchen while I was like washing dishes and cooking and that kind of stuff. And it definitely helped to give like some support to my feet. And so it was way more comfortable like standing around and walking around on this floor right here, which is actually, I mean, I know it looks like wood, but it's like a waterproof vinyl. Sorry, dusty. But yeah, I would definitely suggest checking these out. I also really appreciated what their company stood for. So I will actually leave a link to their website down in the description box so you can check them out if you want. These come in a few different styles and colors as well. So it's not only this sort of like clog sort of style, but I think there's another one that goes a little bit higher around the foot. They're suede on the bottom. These are actually not meant to wear outside. They're for indoor use only, but I think they are making styles for outdoors or indoor-outdoor use as well. Yeah, I was actually really pleasantly surprised how these were. Like I mentioned, this is not something I normally would wear in my house, but I definitely have been on the hard surfaces. So I won't wear them on carpet, but I will wear them on the hard surface, and they're really comfortable and, like I mentioned, super supportive. I'm totally new at receiving items from companies. That was like one of the first things. Actually, I think that was like the first thing I've ever gotten where a company just reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try something on their site. And so they let me pick what I wanted. So I'm not mentioning that here just because they sent it to me. But if you've been following me for a while now, I think you know that you know, I'm very honest with my reviews. I only talk about things that I want to talk about. I wouldn't just go and, you know, mention a company simply because they sent me something or asked me to say something nice. Like, I'm just that person that can't lie about how I feel about something. If I think something's not good, I'm going to say it's not good. If I think it's great, I'm going to say it's great. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, I thought that, you know, a product like that may not necessarily be something that I personally would give my friends who live here in Hawaii as a gift, because like I mentioned, you know, a lot of us are just like kind of walking around in our house barefoot. Like that's very typical here. Like we don't wear shoes inside the house or anything like that. And so, you know, initially I thought to myself, like, my feet are going to be so hot wearing these things. I have AC at home, so maybe that's the reason why I was comfortable. But because it's not like a typical thing one would wear here, I'm just not sure that my friends personally would get use out of it. But I think a lot of other of you out there who are watching my channel live in different places, probably places that are colder than here. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to call it out. Another thing that I really like that I'm wearing is this shirt. So one of my friends has a little boutique store. It's called Valley of Honolulu. I will also leave a link to her store down below, but it says, I just want to be a stay-at-home dog mom, which, I mean, why not? That sounds like the perfect job for me. Yeah, one of these days I would try to feature my dog on my channel. He's a Labrador Retriever. He's about 5.5 years old almost, and he just has so much energy. Like if I were to try to hold this camera and have him next to me, I would be like moving around like crazy. He would probably be like bumping the camera, and I'd probably drop the camera too. So that's why I don't film with him. But he has an Instagram page if you want to check him out. He is Katsu the Lab. So I'll leave his little Instagram link or name here on the screen so you can go and see him if you like Labradors. He likes to make friends with people. So give him a follow if you want. That was actually one of the reasons why I came back onto social media. So I actually deleted all of my social media accounts maybe around like 7 to 10 years ago. So I had 0 social media, and then I came back kind of all into social media simply because of my puppy. And so his name is Katsu. I got him when he was 2 months old, and yeah, it was an interesting experience. He's had one particular picture reposted and maybe had like about 50,000 likes or something like that. And I thought like, hey, if my dog can do this, I can do it too. But sadly to say, people rather follow my dog than me. He doesn't have a ton of followers. I'm not super active on his account anymore. I think that people are more interested in seeing Labrador puppies and not full-grown Labradors. I kind of missed the boat there. I should have made him a YouTube channel. And actually, I think, you know, in retrospect, it probably would have been pretty fun if I put like a GoPro, like attached a GoPro on him and just had him like running around with it. And a dog that I had before, my current dog, he actually used to run away a lot, which I know is terrible, but that's when, you know, GoPros were around as well. And I thought like, man, I should have totally attached a GoPro to my dog so I could see like how was he running away and where was he going, because he would come back, like we would not be able to find him, and he would just come back the next day or come back within like an hour or two or something. He would also run down the street and go to like my grandma's house, because my grandma lived close to where I used to live, and basically open her gate and then go and play with her dog, which was my dog at the time's brother. They're from the same litter. So I don't know, I just feel like catching something like that on camera would have been really funny, but that doesn't happen anymore. But yeah, anyways, so that was pretty much my Thursday. I kind of went out in the morning, did some errands, and then picked up lunch, which is a poke bowl, which I hope I remember to include the footage from my phone in here. So hopefully I did that already. And then for the rest of the day, I'm just like working on some admin stuff. There's definitely some things that I would like to enhance my YouTube channel with, like a cool intro, that kind of stuff, some other little, you know, fun things here and there. I'm not sure those are like completely necessary items, but I do think it adds a lot to the video and makes them look a lot better. So that's something that I have been trying to work on, and also thinking of more content ideas. So the other day I did film 2 videos back to back, and then tomorrow, Friday, I'm planning to do that as well. So yeah, it seems like some of you are excited to see what I'm gonna be posting pretty soon, and I'm glad that I have this time to kind of like film a whole bunch and get a bunch of episodes in the queue, because that's where, for me, like when I'm, you know, working full-time, that's the hardest thing for me to do, is to consistently record. And also like during the middle of the day, like right now when the lighting is pretty good naturally, you know, just adding to the vlog or something. Like this is not something I could do in an office in like a corporate environment. Like, you know, if any of us were to do that, except if you work in like the entertainment industry or something like this, right? Like a production company, your boss is probably like, what are you doing right now? You're supposed to be working. I mean, unless, you know, I was just taking the camera around during lunch, which I suppose I could do as well. Anyways, let me know down in the comments any other types of videos you'd like to see. I also am debating, like, I don't know if people want to see more like Hawaii stuff. Like, I mean, I can't really go to the beach right now because they're closed because of the pandemic situation, but I could like sit in my car and film some of the ocean if you guys want to see stuff like that. And I definitely want to, when hikes are open again too, because hikes are also closed right now, I want to take a camera on a hike. I also have a drone, so I think that could be really cool as well. But I don't know if you guys are interested in that, because most of what I do is fashion, like hauls, reviews on products and stuff like that. So I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments. Do you want to see more Hawaii stuff? I can also show you like food stuff in Hawaii. That's pretty popular too. I know we're not really having visitors right now unless you want to quarantine for 14 days. But you know, once things start to open back up, if any of you guys out there want to see certain things, or you want stuff to like add to your like things to do in Hawaii list or whatever, let me know. I can definitely give you some of that information. Hey guys, happy Friday. So today is the last day of my first week staying at home. Not actually having to go to a job or, you know, do any actual work from home. And I want to say it was a pretty busy week. I think that, you know, this week I tried to get a lot of errand type things done. You know, things that I normally wouldn't be able to do if I were working during regular business hours. And so it may have seemed like I was doing a lot, but actually next week I don't have too much going on. There's a couple of things, you know, I think I tried to pile everything on during this week, thinking that I'd probably be pretty busy working on like YouTube stuff throughout the week, like every single day, but that's, you know, it wasn't really the case. And in retrospect, and kind of as I was going along, you know, I did realize that that I do need to slow it down, you know, maybe think about like reading a book a little bit more, like that kind of stuff, doing some meditation. Those are two things that I have sort of like on my list. You know, I would like to do those things more, but actually putting that into practice for me has been like a little bit difficult because I'm just like a super busy person. Mentally, like I always need to be productive and need to be doing something, but that, you know, I know that that is not always the best thing to be doing. It's just that that's my automatic response. So still working on getting better on that. But yeah, next week I don't have too much going on, but I will, you know, pop in to give you guys updates on what I'm doing throughout the week. So actually some of the errands that I'm running today have to do with upcoming videos, picking stuff up, and later in the afternoon I will be actually like sitting down and recording more videos. But before I, you know, close this up for like the weekly vlog, I did want to mention 2 eyebrow pencils that I've been really liking, and these actually came like not as a surprise to me, but I definitely didn't know about one of them. So the first one I want to mention is the Diorshow brow styler. So that's this silver one right here. It is by Dior, and at least 1 or 2 other YouTubers that I follow really like this pencil, and that's the reason why I decided to give it a try. I think when I bought it there was some kind of like sale or something going on, but this, I actually really like this color. So my natural hair color is black, but I do get like highlights, like balayage sort of style highlights, and so I don't, you know, fill in my brows like super dark because my hair isn't that dark, even though my natural hair color is like black, as you can see. So in this pencil, I have it in the color brown 001. And reasons why I like this. So I used to use Anastasia Pencils all the time. I've also tried the Benefit one. And so the Anastasia one, I would say that pencil is a lot softer, and that's what I was pretty much like accustomed to. The Benefit one I like too. I just think that I can never find the right color in the Benefit one. But this one is really good. I like the really fine point because I do have quite a bit of like natural brows, plus my brow hair is like thick, like the strands of hair are thick. So I feel like I need something with like a finer tipped point rather than those ones that are sort of like triangular shape or like wider, like kind of rectangular looking, because I have to more so mimic hair strokes in my brow. But yeah, this one, the color is really good. It's a little bit of a harder pencil. So initially when I was using it, I was so used to using a really light touch, and I needed to press down a little bit harder with this. It does have a spoolie on the back right here. The one thing I wish it had like a cap to close it up, so it doesn't come with anything. It's just kind of like exposed, but you can retract the end of the pencil. So this one is a really good one. I will definitely continue using this. This is the second one I've had, but I will probably pick up more later. The other one that I have been using is this one by Hourglass. So I feel like people like the other Hourglass style, where, like I mentioned, it's like a thicker pencil. This one is super thin as well, so it's like a small, oops, sorry, my phone. So it's small, like it comes to a point like that. The shape is kind of interesting. It's almost like the letter I in a capital, rather than like a round pointed tip. And that's one thing that I actually really like about this one. It's easy to get like right down here and on the top and make it be like a defined line. So that's what this is the one that I use today, and I have been using it a lot. And it also has a spoolie on the other side as well under this cap. The color that I'm using is, I have it in warm brunette, so that's the color that I'm wearing right now. I don't think it's too warm. Like, I still think it has sort of like that ashy feel, which I like. But yeah, this is another good one. I bought a backup of this because I like it so much, and I've just been alternating between the 2 pencils here. So wanted to let you guys know, in case, you know, you're looking for a little bit more like dry, harder formula that's not as like slippery. I think that really helps the product last throughout the day, and I'm definitely a pencil person. I used to use a powder a long time ago, like when I was 19, so 15 years ago or something. I used to use a powder, but I do feel like powder doesn't really last a whole lot, like for a really long period of time. So I have been gravitating towards pencils. I'm not really good with a pomade. I just can't, I don't know, I can't get used to it. I think I'll just have to give myself more time if I really want to dedicate myself to using a pomade. But then, you know, there comes the factor of having to wash an additional brush, which that is too many steps for me, personally. So yeah, really been liking these two pencils and just want to call them out. Also, just to let you guys know, in case you haven't already watched my Nordstrom anniversary wish list video, go check that one out. I will leave a link up in the cards. But reason why I'm mentioning that is because I'm starting to get some of my items in. Actually, only one thing came in so far. So I'm just gonna wait for everything else to come in before I start filming that video, and I will try everything on and let you guys know how it goes. All right, guys, well, thanks for following along with this weekly vlog. I'll do this again, and I'm not sure if you guys like watching my vlogs, but if you do, let me know. Let me know if, like I mentioned, if you wanna see anything in particular. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.